Welcome to Authentic Expressions. This is me, Gay Klim. Today's topic will focus on healing of self-abandonment. Self-abandonment is common when a person continually mutes or silences themselves for fear of rejection. Growing up in a home where there are vast amounts of conditional expectations or unpredictable anger and rage, a person remains in constant state of alertness, hypervigilance, and surveillance.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's only me and I walk alone.
One can fall into the trap of taking responsibility for things that did not go accordingly. Without realizing it, they are heavily immersed in guilt and shame cycle, which keeps them immobilized, crushed, and defeated. A person can keep their emotions in check or numb themselves in times of tension. They could also resort to dodging evasiveness during tense situations. Since compliance and performance was used to gain acceptance and approval, it is easy for a person to disconnect from himself or herself, gauge the temperature in the room, and perform according to the standards and expectations of others. Fearful living can cause a person to mask their emotions by putting on a cheerful facade. This robs the individual of the opportunity to be open, honest, and transparent with his thoughts or feelings. In personal and professional relationships, the person remains guarded and defended, making it hard for others to connect and get to know them in a personal way. When intense emotions emerge in relationships, the person becomes immobilized and are unable to deal with strong, intense emotions. As an adult, it is easy to resort to evasive, dodging approach to handle challenges. When confronted with intense emotions or challenges, the person could do one of the following: disconnect from emotions and thoughts, run away from feelings to keep from experiencing hurt or other related feelings, shuts off and detach from true passion, remains emotionally unavailable, walled off or guarded. Or they could stay in a control state to keep from unraveling. Or they could succumb to please others to gain acceptance. Or possibly display a happy family facade, or constantly shun or skirt around conversations that broach upon intense emotions. After decades of empty existence and living an unfulfilled life, the person may be ready to liberate himself or herself from overpowering feelings of guilt and shame. To start healing, change may be exhibited at multiple levels. Rather than suppressing the thoughts, it is important to learn to honor, respect, and sincerely recognize and express these thoughts and feelings. Rather than discount my needs, it is important that I invest in myself, make myself a priority, and make decisions in my best interest. Rather than to numb my thoughts and feelings, it is important that I express my thoughts and feelings with honest transparency. Rather than to detach from my true self, it is important that I connect to myself in authentic ways. Rather than to display a phony, happy facade, it is important that I become more comfortable with using valor to create genuine interactions. Rather than use feeble, timid efforts to mask over conflict, it is important that I use courage to directly address conflict and confrontation. Rather than to absorb the toxic blame of others, it is important that I listen with compassion and empathy when others share their tense emotions. When addressing self-abandonment issues, consider using these reflection questions to heal and restore your wholeness. The sentence stems are: I feel remorseful that I have. I regret that I have. I conveniently use evasive distraction too. It is sad that I conveniently, consumed by guilt and shame, fear has caused me to honor and respect my thoughts and feelings. I would like to liberate myself from, to clearly express my decisions. I would like to interact authentically. I want to learn to sit with mine. To connect to my emotions, it means that to heal, I would like to. In closing, to be present for yourself, learn to exercise self-compassion and liberate yourself, honor yourself, respect yourself, and be present for yourself. Invest in yourself and enrich your life with genuine interactions. I'm going to share 2 closing quotes with you. The first one is by Becca Lee. She says, "The surest way to lose your self-worth is by trying to find it through the eyes of others." The second quote from Marilyn Henry. She says, "To live with purpose, to say the courageous thing, to celebrate the simple gift, to follow your dreams, this is the happy life." Thank you for watching my channel.